What's going on, everyone? Gelman with Wellthy Stocks back with another Palantir update video, ticker symbol PLTR, where we take a look at how Palantir stock traded today, key levels of support and resistance that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Palantir stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are. And I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me pull this chart up for us real quick. And I'll hit record and we can get right into it. So nice green day for Palantir. Nice green day across many stocks. So we are up $1.74 on the day, which is about 7.73%, up another 0.5% after hour. So that's a great sign to see after kind of the crazy week, 2-3 weeks that we've seen, taking us as low as the low 20s. So a couple things that I wanted to cover real quick is that Palantir announced a double-click demo event on April 14, 2021. So I think that could, potentially be a big deal to look forward to. It's about a month away. Maybe we see a run into that once we can kind of stabilize in the marketplace. Their last demo day had a little bit of a mixed reaction, right? Some people thought it wasn't quite what they were expecting and it was overhyped and underwhelming, but we'll see what they have here. And I still do think that there will be a lot of excitement. And one thing we have to understand is it doesn't have to excite us, right? It has to excite the people that they're trying to sell their products to. And I think big companies are definitely on board, as we've seen with recent deals. So why was the market up today? So not exactly sure why, right? But a couple reasons that could have led to it. So the treasury yield that we saw last week increasing and stocks decreasing. What we saw was, it was down to 1.55 from 1.6. I don't know if that's enough to really justify kind of the move we saw today. The other reason is the 1.9 trillion coronavirus stimulus plan, but that the House will take on tomorrow. But I think we've known that for a little while now. So again, nothing crazy new. And then this news that this article that I thought was really interesting was once the stimulus comes out, right, the $1,400 checks. How are people going to spend it? So they did a little survey, and in that 18 to 24-year-olds, 40% of them were plan to use 40%. So of the 18 to 24-year-olds that they surveyed, 40% they were gonna put 40% into the stock market. 35 to 54-year-olds were gonna put 37%, and the 55 plus were gonna put 16%. So when you do the math there and the amount of money going out to each of those classes, you get about $150 billion of money that's going to be poured into the stock market. That's an estimate, of course. Nothing's guaranteed. But if that does happen, that could lead to a lot of buying in the near future. So that could be super exciting, right? So now let's take a look at how Palantir stocks traded recently, or traded today rather, and then we'll take a look at future levels of support and resistance, and we'll see what we have coming up. So when we scroll back here, right, yesterday we saw a sell-off towards the 2250 level. Today we saw a gap up to a little bit higher than $23, and we were hitting up against this 2362 at open. So we actually got that, right? We came back down after hitting it, came down and then pushed up, broke into it, and then we were kind of bouncing between these two levels. So bounce, support, resistance, bounce off VWAP, and then finally, towards the end of the day, we had enough of a momentum to break through, make a high of 2470s, push down, make another high into 2470s, bounced off our level, and then closed kind of flat. So great day, great push up for Palantir. It wasn't as crazy as some of the other stocks that I cover, right? Tesla, NEO, but at the same time, right, a 7.7% day. After the after hours, you take a look at that, we're talking almost a 8.2% day, so I'm not complaining there. So let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see what we see. So here, for those of you guys that again have followed me for a while, we were catching this bull pennant that took us from the mid-20s to the mid-30s, eventually to the mid-40s. Sold off, we ran into earnings, we sold off after earnings, and with the selling pressure caused by the lockup expiration and the overall market selling, right? So the combination of bad earnings, meaning they had a surprise loss, rather than, which was not something that people were expecting. So surprise loss, lockup expiration, which means a lot of people, a lot of big executives could now sell their shares. And then the market just being terrible the past couple weeks really caused a lot of selling pressure on the stock. We fall all the way to, pretty much hitting the $20 point a couple days ago. But, hoping that this is the start of a turnaround. Not getting ahead of myself, right? It's a higher high, higher low, but it's the first. So I need a couple more to really get comfortable with the idea. So what we have coming up next, you guys, is this 25 level and then 2682 from a level of resistance. And then from a level of support, we've got the 2426, 2378, and then the 2248. The 2248 I think is a great level of support if we were to go down again, because we saw it kind of bounce here, but also back in December when we were turning around and we had that kind of huge, push down. We also bounced at 2250. So 2250 should hold up as a really good level of support, but I'm hoping that so does the 370s level if we do drop below it. So one thing that I want to kind of share, I'm going to hide this drawing for a sec, is now we are above the 89 EMA, which is at 2378. Again, great move in getting above that 89 EMA. That's something that I talked about was crucial for us. The 8 EMA, however, if you take a look here, what I'm noticing is, every time we try to push up against it, we can't really get above it. So maybe now that we finally had a green candle, higher high, higher low than yesterday, maybe tomorrow we overtake that 8 EMA, which is currently at 2435. So technically we have in the after hours, but I want to see it kind of last tomorrow. And then I want to see it push towards these other EMAs in the mid 26s. That's kind of my first goal for Palantir this week. Push towards that 55 and 21 EMA at 2646, 2647. So mid 26 is pretty much assuming we see a green week and we start to push up. I think Palantir has great potential. I made a video over the weekend, is Palantir buy at 24. If you haven't seen that video yet, would highly recommend it. In my daily videos, I talk more about kind of everything that's going on with the price itself, and then I make other videos talking about, hey, here are the catalysts coming up. I look at earnings. I look at earnings per revenue or revenue per customer over the years are going up 30 to 40%. So the same company is giving Palantir more money, and Palantir has had X amount of more customers and X amount of more revenue. And we're talking deals with Rio Tinto, 3M, IBM, the recent kind of announcement with AWS. So great potential for Palantir ahead. Now we've got another demo day coming up, so I'm really excited to see what comes out of that. I'm continuing to hold on to my shares as always. I've got some leaps that I put on that I'm holding on to as well, and selling some covered calls to make some money. I don't have one currently because I'm looking to see what it does over the next couple of days, and I don't want to necessarily get rid of my shares at a low price. So I'm looking to see what I do there. So again, holding on to my leaps, holding on to my shares. Again, even if we go back to this high that we set, heck, even if we go back to kind of the high 30s, that's over a 50% return, which I'm hoping happens, sometime this year, but we'll see how that goes. RSI is looking good too. We're not, we're moving away from the oversold levels and into the 40s. So that's good for the stock as well. That's all I had for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. If you want to take a look at the market conditions, I talked about it in my Apple, Tesla, and NEO videos. I'm not going to repeat it here because I know a lot of you guys watch my videos, but take a look at that. Just kind of the end. I talk about the QQQs and the S&P 500 there. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.